So that was number 2. So number 3, and now this is like the thing that guys really need to get on. This is some advanced type of shit, right? Number 3 is getting in the habit of approaching the hottest women you see, okay? Getting in the habit of approaching the hottest women you see. Because, when we talk about, getting really hot girls, beautiful women, the chicks that you find are the hottest, a lot of guys, what happens is that since they don't practice talking to women, since they don't practice, what happens is that they see that really hot girl, and now it's almost damn near impossible for them to make anything happen, because first they're scared to approach her because they haven't had any practice approaching, so they're still on that nervous streak or whatever. Then if they do, muster up the courage to approach her, they don't know how to interact with her because they're so nervous dealing with this girl because she's so hot, and they have this like scarcity mentality when it comes to her. You see what I'm saying? But see, the thing that's going to get you more women is, one, you have to approach the hottest ones. So when I tell you guys, when you first start out in the game, you want to approach as many women as possible. Like, if they're hot or not, right, whatever. You just want to get your feet wet. You want to get used to that. Then you want to get to the point where you've been approaching so much that your body and your mind, body, and your soul just is so, used to that. It's like a habit. Like, it's nothing to you now. Like, all that, like, being scared to approach girls is like minimal. It's almost not even there, right? So now what happens is that you'll start approaching hotter women, right? So you see more, the hot girls that you were scared to approach. Now it's easier to approach them because you've gotten the approach down pat, right? So now what happens is that you approach the hot girls. Now what's going to happen at first is that since she's like really hot, you might still be a little thrown off because you're like, oh my God, I'm talking to this hot girl, whatever, right? But the reason why you have to get in the habit of approaching a lot of hot women is because you have to desensitize yourself to their hotness. You understand what I'm saying? You have to desensitize yourself to that shit. You got to be like, this chick is just another hot chick. I'm not impressed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then that within itself makes you become the guy that hot girl sees, who's not, kissing her ass and who's not nervous to talk to her. And you're just cool, calm, and collected. You got this like a take it or leave it attitude, because that hot girl becomes something that's in abundance to you and not something that's in scarcity. You understand what I'm saying? Because you've trained yourself to actually make it a habit of approaching, all of these hot women. You feel what I'm saying? So, that right there is a really important part if you want to actually get with beautiful women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you not just any chick, but if you want to get with the really hot girls, is that you have to get yourself used to talking to the really hot girls. You see what I'm saying? And again, this is how deep this goes, because like I said earlier, what's hot is subjective, right? So it's really all about your perception, and your perception, is going to dictate how you act based off of how you view that situation. So if you see this girl, let's say you see a girl, you think she's a 10, I might think she's a 5, right? But since you think she's a 10, you're going to probably be like if you're not confident, if you're not on top of your stuff, if you don't have those skills to really interact with women, since you think she's a 10, you might think, oh my God, I have to do something extra special to talk to her, and I might be nervous, or I don't want to say the wrong thing. And now you're getting all up in your head because this girl is sort of on a pedestal to you. You're like, she's the dime that I've been waiting for, right? But the thing is, if you get yourself used to talking to girls, if you get yourself used to talking to the hot girls, then you're not going to really have that thought process or that energy when you're talking to her. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing that makes her gravitate to you, because she's like, who the hell is this guy when all these other guys are kissing my ass and he's just like, whatever. You see what I'm saying? And that within itself intrigues her just off the jump, because you're not approaching her or interacting with her in a way where, she's getting that attention validation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, that's the thing that, you got to understand, because a lot of these girls, especially like if you have a chick that most guys will say is hot, she's so used to her interactions with men going a certain way. So when she comes across you, and let's say it could be to the point where you're not even her natural physical, or not natural, but like the physical type of guy she's used to. You understand? Because guys who think it's all about looks, even if you're not even her main physical type, the fact that you come at her differently, you understand? The fact that you have a different energy, that's intriguing to her, because you got to understand something for beautiful women is this. And let me get on some deep shit so you understand this, right? It's nothing, because guys, this is what guys think. They think they see a really hot girl. They think that the hot girl only is going to want the hot guy, you know, quote unquote hot guy with the six pack and, you know, with the chiseled whatever, and he looks like a male model, right? So they're thinking that's all she wants, right? You got to understand something. Those women, not even those women, but just women in general, but especially those women have access to those guys. You understand?
Right.
Best believe those guys are also trying to holler. So a guy looking a certain type of way doesn't really impress her. You understand what I'm saying? That's like she's dated those dudes. It's whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But what really is going to get her going and get her interested is a guy she feels the need to chase. The guy she feels the need to, like, what is it about him where he's not sweating me like every other guy is? What is it about him that he's able to walk up to me, talk to me, and walk away from me without even getting my number right now? Why doesn't he want my number right now? Why is he going to talk to other girls at the party? How come he just left me right now? You understand? Like, all of that stuff intrigues her, and then you come back to her, and now she's like, oh, you have her attention. Because what she's not used to is a guy who makes her feel certain things. And you're going to make her feel certain things when you're the guy who's used to talking to hot women. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why it's very, 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 very fucking important. You feel what I'm saying? It's very, very important. So that is number 3. All right? Get into the habit of approaching the hottest woman you see. All right? Now, number 4, this is what we talked about a little earlier. You mentioned it, Miles, is